I absolutely love St. Coletta's. I've been here for about 3 years now, and the more and more I work here, I understand that we follow our mission to a T.
Every day I work here, I try to reflect on the history of St. Coletta, which I am very passionate about. We were just talking about this. I love history, and the history of St. Coletta is so unique, and I think that's what really creates our brand. It makes us stand out from all the rest.
Whenever I can make something happen for somebody that comes up to my office and they're distraught, they're saying, I can't do this anymore, I can't do this or whatever, to make and affect change for that person that day at that moment is hugely powerful for me. I mean, it really helps me at the end of the day say, you know, this isn't a regular job, you know, this isn't a regular place. This is what affects people. This is the place that I like to be.
It's awesome to see the smiles on our individuals' faces. I mean, the lives that we're able to provide them is amazing, and those opportunities are amazing to be able to give.
All the activities and everything that's offered, I mean, it's the place to be in this field.
If you look at all the stuff that the sisters did here, I mean, they had a driver's ed course up at the old campus where they taught people to drive. They taught people how to live on their own, how to function in society. And if you think about it, that was a time in history where people with disabilities were hidden away. And you now have such a company and role models. The sisters were role models and being so compassionate about what they did here, and they advocated and they pushed kind of the norms of society, and they did it in such a graceful way. That's amazing. I don't think a lot of the individuals here at St. Coletta that started out here as children, I don't think they would be where they're at today without the foundation that the sisters created. I think their lives would have been very, very different.
Development of our staff from a leadership perspective is something I'm really passionate about, because the future of St. Coletta is really dependent on those who come after us and who are able to fulfill our mission. So ensuring that we have a solid pipeline of leaders to take on what we have continued from our sisters is very important to me.
Your host on The Way to Go is Ormond Drake, Associate Dean at New York University and Director of the Town Hall. Today, Professor Drake's guest is Sister Mary Theodore, Assistant Superintendent of the St. Coletta School in Jefferson, Wisconsin.
Tell me a little bit about your school, Sister Mary.
St. Coletta School opened in 1904, so it's the oldest, and it's also the largest of the Catholic residential schools. It accommodates both boys and girls. The admission age is 6 to 15 years. We have a school program, an occupational training program, and also give life care to some who will always be dependent on us.
Started how, may I ask?
Our chaplain, Monsignor Meyer, met a family with a child who needed the type of care that we are now offering, but at that time there was no Catholic school. So he asked the sisters to open a school, and the original purpose was a religious instruction, good home care, but through the years we have pioneered in an educational program so that now we are publishing our curriculum and also offering a teacher training program.
I'm going to ask you one very difficult, quick thing. If there was one short sentence that you could give to all our viewers and to me about our attitude about the child, what would it be?
That they need understanding, love, the chance to do what they are able to do in life rather than having it done for them.
Opportunity.
Still to this day, I'm here an hour early because I'm stopping at homes in the morning before I come in, just to see the clients. Yeah, that's because, that's what the job is all about. No matter what level of management you are in or what position you have at St. Coletta, it's all about the clients.
It's people like yourselves, it's people like you the workers. You're gonna help us, you're gonna make a difference.
We had an instance where a loved one reached out and wanted to find out about how their person's been doing the last week. And you go through every single note and making sure you can give a good, accurate accounting. But it's also looking at, okay, so this was a tough day. What was the reason for that tough day? What's the strengths of that person? And what can we build on those strengths to make that tough day better and help teach those coping skills that those people need. So it's really just honoring that person and serving that person well.
If it wasn't for donors, we would not be here at all. We would not be able to do half of the things we do. We have donations that allow people who don't have a lot of money to be able to do recreation events. We have donations that have been allowed us to purchase vehicles or build capital projects, to build homes, to make homes accessible, to give everybody their own bedroom.
I love working for St. Coletta's. We always do things the right way. Whether it's putting together classes or doing training or working with clients at the homes, we're always doing it at the highest level we can. And that in turn is seen by the smiles and the happiness back from the clients. It's really nice for our families to be reassured that we are there all the time for them. It's always really nice to know that if one of our clients has to go to the ER, we're sending a staff member there. They're never alone in the ERs. That's far different than other places. And Fort Atkinson Hospital alone always says, you guys do such an amazing job. Sometimes when we get discharges, we're putting people in cabs. And you guys always come up and you pick up your individuals and you take them with. And we always just look at them and being like, we don't know any other way. That's what we do. And that kind of support is not something that we take lightly. We are in charge of making them have the best lives possible, and that's a beautiful thing.
I mean, a lot of our clients have family, but then some don't. So the ones that don't have that family interaction on a daily or weekly or even monthly basis, they look for the staff and to build relationships with the staff that are around them.
The days that things go absolutely fantastic is when I know the individual is happy. Family members and funders are happy, but my main concern is that individual, to see the smile on their face, whether it's coming from their day program or I'm visiting them in their homes, I know that they're safe and they tell me that makes my day.
I feel like there's really no line drawn in the sand here between individuals and staff. It's a team. It's a place to gather. You really feel a support system here. So I think that's what I feel good about a lot of times when I walk in or leave for the day, is that it's a feeling of a home, a second home, or a place to gather and celebrate together or fail together or be sad together. It's one of those things. It's like a family.
I'm so glad that I came here because this is really my home now, and I'm proud to call it home.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
We believe.
I believe.
We believe.
Hi, I'm Tim Shriver. I believe in St. Coletta's. I believe in the mission. I believe in the sisters. I believe in the work. I believe. Do you?